Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program. My name is Marcus Conti. It is 49 degrees here in northeast Pennsylvania. On this wonderful day, it's October 27 in the year 2022, and we are heading head first into the November 8 elections here in America, where the people are told that they will be able to pick the next senator. A very big deal. I didn't realize it until recently. I didn't think that Dr. Oz, the Republican, had a chance. The polls showed Fetterman way out ahead. And it turns out Fetterman has lost his mind, literally. Looks like he had a stroke, and parts of his brain froze up, and he's not able to really hold it together, right? So a big election coming up, and wow, what a! I feel like I like a candy in like a kid in a candy shop, right? I landed in it, right? There's going to be Dr. Oz is going to do a rally very close to my my home. And you know I'm going to be there, man. Oh, God, they don't know what they're in for. So I'm going to show up. I'll tell you more about the details. But the problem, and as I said when I looked at it, is that remember that Pennsylvania is a democratically controlled place. And that's a problem because when the Democrats control the board, what do? They do everything they can to make it go in their favor. And they've already been caught, the Democrats have been caught, sending out about 200,000 pre-election ballots, right? Way too many. I think it's actually more than that. I'll give you the exact number. But the Democrats right now are plugging the early election nonsense, and now they're already admitting right after Fetterman flops on the debate stage, they're saying that oh, we're not going to know for a while who won the election. So they're already penciling in huge delays in the results of the Senate race between Fetterman and Oz here in Pennsylvania. Whoever arguably wins that election could, in fact, tilt the levers of power, either Democrat or Republican. That's what it looks like. And I would say, just on the, I mean, not a lot of people watch debates, and not many people really pay attention too much. All they do is say, "Oh, he's a Democrat, and I'm going to vote for him." Or, "Oh, no, he's a Republican. I got to vote for him." And a lot of people will. That's how they vote, and that's not going to change. But if enough people are paying attention in a place like Pennsylvania, that is arguably a swing state, Fetterman's disastrous performance, showing clear and convincing signs of mental defect, because he had a stroke back in May. Now we're not, oh, he had a stroke, he can't run. No, Bernie Sanders had a fucking heart attack and he was fine. But when your mental acuity, when a blood clot clogs your brain and cuts off power to the cells for a while, you're basically fucked. For a while, anyway. Some people overcome it, but you talk like you shouldn't be running anything. You should be, you can stay in politics and support. But so that is a very big deal here. We'll also look at a hodgepodge of other stories. The great Elon Musk still making headlines. Kanye West getting kicked out of Skechers. He got booted from. He got his deal. His advertising deal with Adidas got crushed because of his alleged anti-Semitic comments. And so he walked over to the building, the Skechers building, with the idea that he was going to walk right in and let them, sign up. Hey, I'm Kanye West, man. I need a deal. and they kicked him out. It turns out Sketch is full of or allegedly led by a bunch of powerful Jews, and they weren't having it. So Kanye West having a bit of a tough time, and what else? I don't know. There's other stuff going on too. Some other small stories. Again, my name is Marcus Conte. Thank you everybody for joining me. Weevil Girl is in the house. Zoot Cooter, my brother from a different mother, is here. Everybody's here. James Lopez, how are you? How are you? And all those lurkers, the people that are lurking in the background watching the program, I welcome you. This is my thumbnail. Dr. Oz, the Republican heart surgeon, articulate, smooth talking heart surgeon, going against the Democratic WWE wrestler. He's about as large as fucking, I don't know, a big wrestler. What was that guy's name? Andre the Giant. It looks like Andre the Giant. Look at the size of his head. Would you vote for a guy with a head that big? Actually, I inflated his head a little bit with the magic of Photoshop. But he does have a very, very large. He looks like I don't know. He's got caveman features. You know, his forehead is fucking crunkled down. He looks like maybe he could even be. He might have a career in acting. Maybe go on Star Wars as a Vulcan or something, right? Mint tea in the morning. Right, he looks like a Vulcan. Right? Vulcan Fetterman. But there is shenanigans going on. Watch out, Pennsylvania. Here we go again. Marcus Conte reporting on the scene, on the mother effing scene. I will be there. Hopefully, I can get close to Oz and interview him, or hurl a couple of questions at him while he's talking. I hope nobody shows up. I hope there's like just 20 people there, and and fucking me and fake news, and I push to the front and grab I'm going to drop him an email, actually. I'm going to drop Oz an email and see if I can get an interview with Mr. Oz. Hey, man, I'm a good guy. I'll make or break you, man. I made that nigga. I'll say that about Oz when he wins. See that nigga? I made him. Again, politically, I don't care for either one of them. I think that, well, I do care. I'll take that back. I think that the Republican Party is far more along the lines of its transformation than the Democrats. The Democrats are deeply, deeply engulfed in their own feces, whereas the Republicans took a ball kick in 2016 with Trump. Trump eviscerated, the hard-line, dumbass Republicans that nobody identified with anymore. And he made them go away. And they then, rolled over, gave Trump a belly rub, and since are in limbo. So I think a lot of new blood has flooded into the Republican Party. And I wouldn't mind seeing him win. I wouldn't mind seeing Oz win. Whatever, man. Who cares, So we'll follow that. My name is Marcus Conte. I got a website. Oh, we have more on this kid too, right? Yesterday on the program, the St. Louis, Missouri shooter, Mr. Harris, 19-year-old student who shot up other students. He was an alumni, came back. Turns out that he was on medication. And his mother said they tried to take the gun away from him. Had the police come, do a wellness check, and yank the gun from his property or whatever. And but the mother confessed that he was on medication and he may have not been on it at that moment. So again, Marcus Conte, right? I told you, man. It's not MLK ultra fucking CIA conspiracy. It's simply when you dose kids up with all kinds of psychotropic medications and yank them off of it, they freak out, right? People freak out when you pull away their meds, right? Because they're like crutches. It's like kicking the crutches out from underneath an old lady's feet. She depends on those crutches to get around. So they kick this kid's, kick the crutch out from under him. We'll look at that. every morning at 9 a.m., we do this fine program. We're on YouTube right now live because we love YouTube. And Google's getting its ass handed to them right now, financially because, hey, man, you guys were dicks to people, really, But fess up, man. Fess up, Google. You choked YouTube out. Right? You choked out a lot of good people because you were getting choked out. You should have had some balls and said, no, we are what we are. Watch out, Twitter, man. Elon Musk is coming for you guys, man. The great Elon Musk, right? He's like Robin Hood, Elon Musk, the billionaire. I tell you, a billionaire, right? He owns. He's a CEO for Tesla, but he doesn't need fucking Twitter, right? But he wants it, and it looks like he's going to get it. So Google, Facebook, and the rest of you jackoffs, watch out. Watch out. If Elon Musk revamps Twitter and it becomes real again, like real social media, not like the crap that we're forced to digest over here, watch out, man. Twitter's going to be the next, man. Twitter's going to be Twitter again. Yeah. So thank you all for joining me. What else we got here? Yeah, so all the videos are up on a daily basis. Let's start here. The great Elon Musk. The great Elon Musk. Here he is walking into the Twitter headquarters, entering Twitter headquarters for the first time, and he says, let that sink in. Elon Musk walking in the front door with a fucking sink in his hand. Genius. This is what genius looks like, by the way. Now, you, Elon Musk, are my nigga. This is my nigga right there. Brilliant. He should have came in with a toilet, so I'm going to flush you. Here we go, big flush. Let that sink in. And he's bringing it, I like the way they cleared away from the door, too. Man. Like, get out of the way. Elon Musk, man, I own the motherfucker. It's brilliant, man. So the great Elon Musk. That's a good one right there, man. That's a good meme right there. This is Twitter, and there's Elon sitting at the fucking head of the table, man. What's this all about?
Downstairs into storage B.
The right is having the upper hand now, right? The right is getting the upper hand on this shit. Right? So look at this, Howard Stern. Shut up, man. I don't like you, man. This is the guy from the Guardian Angels. Howard Stern reveals studio return for Bruce Springsteen interview. Now, Howard Stern's studio return, what does that mean? Do you know that Howard Stern, for the last 2.5+ years, has been hiding in his basement studio, still recording, still producing, still putting stuff out, but in his basement in the Hamptons because he's afraid to come out because of the deadly COVID. Howard Stern has turned into a COVID-19 recluse, and he's only coming out to interview Bruce Springsteen, who he says, I don't care if it's Bruce Springsteen, I'm still going to test him. So you can't make this up. Howard Stern will return to his Manhattan SiriusX studio on Monday for the first time in more than 2 years to interview none other than Bruce Springsteen. The 68-year-old radio show host has been interviewing guests via Zoom from his basement in the Hamptons. The noted germaphobe and his wife Beth have had very little interaction with the outside world since it all began. Wow, man. Howard Stern, the guy who defined what it means to have brass balls. Howard Stern has some big balls, right? Well, at least he did. Is afraid of a little germ. Oh, Howard, and your hair. What happened to your hair? He looks good. He looks good for his age, right? What is he, 67? He's old now. But I find that shocking. Springsteen, I don't think Springsteen gives a shit. Right? I feel like the pressure is it should be the second coming of Christ. Like Bruce walks in and suddenly something magical happens, Stern said. I want him to have a good time and feel comfortable. Well, listen, you're a great interviewer, Howard Stern. No doubt about that. But this is Howard Stern. For me, COVID is still going on. Oh my God. And I haven't left my house, Stern admits. I can't figure out how to integrate myself, he told guest and friend Jimmy Kimmel in September. Right? I'm at my happiest, Stern said about staying home. This is my dream. All right. Well, Howard, maybe it's not about COVID. Maybe you realized something, that getting up every morning and showing up at the same place with the same jackoffs, doing the same program over and over again, wasn't really your thing. Maybe you've evolved to decentralizing your shit. That doesn't have anything to do with COVID. It's a nice excuse. A lot of people found a lot of freedom during the pandemic, and they didn't want to go back, refused. I ain't going back to that shithole. That's where I got sick. Howard Stern might be right about that. Maybe Howard knows that COVID really is a psychological defect, right? That it starts somewhere up here and then it works its way down there, right? Because there is this illusion that there's body and mind is really not true, right? We think, we feel, and we see, and we act with our whole body, right? And if you don't believe that, ask yourself, if mind and body are separate, ask yourself, well, where does mind end and where does body begin? Doesn't body encapsulate mind? Isn't allegedly mind inside the body in the head area, right? But isn't head also body? So there is no distinction, right? So and I tell people that meditate that you meditate with your whole body. If you have all kinds of stress and delusion and corruption in your body, disease, good luck trying to rein in the thought process. You're not going to do it. You could do it, but it's tough. But anyway, Howard Stern, scared, hiding in his basement, in the foofy Hamptons, with all his rich friends. What else we got here? Kanye West, he's not a billionaire anymore. Yeah, but he still has hundreds of millions. That's good enough for me, man. If you got 1 million, that's a lot. You got 5 million, you're good. All right? Kanye's probably got a couple of $100 million, but shows up uninvited to Skechers' office, is quickly escorted out. Good for him, because you know what? I don't fucking like Skechers shoes. I've tried them on in the shoe store. I don't like the way they fit. Sketcher. I don't really like Adidas either, man. I'm a New Balance guy. I like New Balance shoes, and certain other sneakers like Converse and things that hurt my feet. I have very sensitive feet. I have beautiful hair. My teeth are horrible, but my teeth are actually quite clean. I don't know why they all fell out, but they did. But when I cover my feet, it must be with something very comfortable. So quickly, Kanye West shows up at Skechers, and they escort him out. They say Skechers is operated by a Jewish family, the Greenbergs. It's unclear if West knew that prior to his arrival. Quote, Skechers, quote, "We condemn his recent divisive remarks and do not tolerate anti-Semitism or any other form of hate speech." Right? What the fuck is going on in this country, man? What happened to a sense of humor? I'm gonna go ape shit on them Jews. Isn't that comedy? Isn't there? Where do we draw the line between comedy and satire and free speech? Right. So Skechers, you know what, man? That's what Kanye West. People like his music. Kanye West doesn't need all this shit. Kanye West, upon getting kicked off Adidas, it's going to hurt Adidas more than it's going to hurt him, because Kanye is going to start his own sneaker line, and he's going to sell more music. So, F you, Skitcher, right? He lost his deal with the Gap and the rest of these. Let him go down the toilet, man. Kanye, hey, Kanye, let it go down the toilet, man. So I do wonder. I've been covering this story on a daily basis, and I just want to say briefly: family asked cops to take gun from St. Louis gunman. That's the kid who shot the teacher and the 15-year-old girl and blasted a few others over there in St. Louis, Missouri. This kid right here. Now, I want to know. I said yesterday. I speculated, and now it looks like the Post followed up on my speculation that the kid was on drugs and or withdrawing from some sort of drugs. I say go one step further. Get the autopsy, release the autopsy. I don't know if you can get it now because it's a high-profile case. But you can often, get buy an autopsy for $100, depending on the state, and find out what was in this kid's system, right? So we already know the deal, but here's the deal. Here's the follow-up. When the family noticed him kind of stepping out of line, they always worked to try and get him back on his medication, back into therapy, whatever it is that he needed, said the reporter, the chief guy, right? Sometimes that's not enough. Mental health is a difficult thing. It's hard to tell when someone is violent and going to act out. No, it's not. No, it's not. When you pump and dump them with various medications, you almost always get a side effect. Almost always get a extreme irritation. The guy's light, his energy is coming back. He's a 19-year-old, right? You sedated him. You shut down his energy flow. And suddenly you take away the shit that's causing it, and a flood of energy comes back, and he doesn't know what to do with it. And it manifests in the form of hallucination, paranoia, aggression, and in this case, violence. So we can now confirm they always work to try to get him back on his medication. And there you go. Back on his medication. What was he on, and how long was he off? Marcus Conte reporting. We got him. We got him. We cracked the mystery there. Right? See how you follow the story and it makes sense. Thank you, New York Post. I wonder. I imagine New York Post stumbles across my shows once in a while, and when nobody else was covering the story, I sure did. So thank you, New York Post, for that follow up. We got to be sympathetic. It's not racial or get your white privilege out of here. No, it's none of that. All it is a kid strung out on Big Pharma, and there you go, man. There you go. So what else we got? Google, the great Google has a platform. Did you know that? Listen to this, right? They have a name for it. If you like Big Brother, meet Google's Big Mum. M-U-M, Mum. Mum, what is Mum? It's a tool for suppressing conservatives. Oh, man, what's going on here? So Mum, or Multitask Unified Model, was hyped last year as the company's new machine learning algorithm. Mum had been initially described as an innovative way to allow Google's dying search service to answer natural language questions by drawing on multiple sources. Oh, it sounds very smart and intellectual, right? Google first unleashed Mum to fight what it considered COVID misinformation. Right? They all did it. All the major platforms, they had to get a way to filter out what Fauci and the rest of the dirty government, fucking hacks were saying about COVID-19. You either do it, or big tech, you either do what we tell you to do, label it misinformation, or we're coming for you right now. So Google has a platform, has a algorithm, a search thing that gets in there. It's probably listening to this program right now. Hello, Mom. Hi, Mom. Considers COVID misinformation. Right? It's able to do that, determine, right? By making sure what everybody saw, high quality and timely information from trusted health authorities like the WHO. Well, they are not trusted at all. They might be high on something, but they're certainly not trusted. WHO is not trusted. And that's not my assessment. Polls show that more than half the country doesn't trust anything any of these people are saying. So it's not high quality and timely information. God damn it. It never was. A Forbes article described Mum would check information across multiple reliable sources. I'm not going to go too deep into this article because this is, the nature of suppression is to pounce on someone talking about this very subject and try to make it go away. So I don't want to be victimized by these jerk-offs anymore. But the takeaway is that Google is a rigged search engine. It's pay for play. Now, I didn't start out that way. I got to take a sip of my tea for a second. We know that algorithms and these the artificial intelligence algorithms can listen to language and determine what is acceptable and what is not acceptable. And that, my friend, is not a true search engine. The internet, as we know it, is dead. Well, as we knew it. So no doubt about it, man. No doubt about it. Google's doing the filter thing there. So let's talk about Fetterman. Fetterman cover-up. Media and Dems cynically bid his unfitness for office. Now, we saw the video. Yeah, we saw the clips yesterday. I'm not going to reiterate that. And the best the Democratic leadership can say is, why the hell did Fetterman agree to this? Not saying he flopped and he's incompetent, let's get another guy. But let's run the meathead, the dead guy, the half-dead guy, the guy who just had a brain stroke and can't think straight. Let's run him anyway against the very savvy Dr. Oz. And, we'll deal with him later. Maybe we'll slip him something and he'll have another stroke. And we'll get somebody real in there, right? But as long as we have the seat. Because if the Democrats win the seat, I believe they get to replace him with a puppet. And that's 6 years they'll get him. They'll get somebody that's more agreeable. Or they don't care. Even Fetterman, if Fetterman is elected in, Fetterman can sit in a semi-coffin, in a geriatric chair with straps and tubes sticking out his every hole. And the Democrats are okay with that. As long as he says yay or nay when he's supposed to, then that's all that matters. Hey, Fetterman, we're voting yes on this. And he's like, dribble, okay, yes. Well, Fetterman, say no. Here's your check. No, I said no. So Democrats really don't care, but the fact is, I would hope the people of Pennsylvania, which I'm here, I'm here, and I will be there. Check this out. Look at this, Lackawanna County, Lackawanna. I live right close to this shit, man. Look at this, in Dunmore, Pennsylvania, November 3rd, I will be there. Sherwood Freightliner. I'll find it. That's the one time I'll ask Google how to get there. But here he is, Dr. Oz. Dr. Oz is going to do a rally in Pennsylvania that I definitely want to see. I would like to talk to Mr. Oz. If Mr. Oz or anybody that's close to Mr. Oz, I got a better idea. Stop filling up my mailbox with your fucking mail and just know I'm easy to spot in the crowd. I'm the guy with long hair and no teeth. Just find me, and let's do an interview, Mr. Oz, and we'll talk. And I'll interview others too. I'm not just going to go for him. And if I don't get him, I'll call it a bust. I'll be in the crowd. So if you're in Pennsylvania and you'd like to, be part of that video, I don't know if I'll stream it live because the technology here. Why deal with the crash and the and all that shit. And then I don't want to have to. I'd rather have the ability to edit. I'll make a nice hour or so walkthrough talking to real people in the audience. So come on down, man. Come on down if you're in Dunmore, Pennsylvania on that day, right there. Take a screenshot, and I'll be there. So there you go. So what's the controversy, right? Now the headline of my report today is rigging, alleged rigging, possible shenanigans going on in the state of Pennsylvania. Let's find out the specifics of it first before we open our trap. Just after sending out 240,000 unverified ballots, Pennsylvania now warns of delays counting midterm votes. Wow, how convenient. Who controls Pennsylvania, the bowels of government? It's the Democrats. Wolf, the governor. Fetterman, the deputy governor. Fetterman is part of the shenanigans that control the counting of the votes. What do you know? Jesus Christ. How you go figure, right? It's all just coincidental. It's all just, and now I'll get labeled a Trump supporter or a Republican. I'm neither, right? For the record, I am neither. I am not anything, anybody, anything. I am a guy who makes videos, and I keep my eyes and ears wide open, like right now. Right? Just one day after 15 Pennsylvania House Republicans sent a letter to the acting state Leahy, the Secretary of State, Lee Chapman, demanding to know why 240,000 unverified ballots had been mailed out, which according to law must be set aside and not counted for the 2020 general election unless the voter produces an ID. Now, that's the law in Pennsylvania. Now, doesn't the number 200,000 ring a bell from Brooklyn when and they did it in a primary where Bernie Sanders, a lot of late voters, people who showed up or wanted to join the party later they got purged off the voter rolls. 200,000 voters in Brooklyn, New York, that were allegedly going to vote for Bernie Sanders instead of Hillary Clinton, showed up to vote, and they were denied access. Now, isn't that very similar? But on the other side, here's where they want those 200,000 what appear to be rigged votes. I didn't get one. No mail-in ballot came to my door. Right? I am in the state of Pennsylvania. I am in Lackawanna County, and nobody sent me shit. All I get is junk mail. Vote for me. Vote for me. Vote for me. Right? Where's my ballot? I'm not going to vote mail in anyway. I'm going to walk right in. The church is on the fucking corner. I know where to vote. I know where to vote in my area. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to vote. I'm going to vote, and I'm going to do it live. But shenanigans, man, fucking shenanigans again. Can't we have a free and fair election? Can't we figure this out once and for all in America? Why can't we get an election system, one person, one vote that's verified? And don't tell me we can't do it. Don't tell me it's impossible. It's absolutely possible. We have ATM machines that spit out money. Money. When you go there, you identify yourself and you say, give me my money. Your money comes out of the hole. We trust machines with our money. But we can't figure out a voting system that works. We can't figure out, we can't do it. It's so difficult and it's so impossible. That's such bullshit. Right? We need fair elections because this always fucking happens right before an election. So I'm calling it. It's the fix is in. It's Oz's now to win. It's Fetterman's to lose. It does look like the boot is now on Oz's throat, and the pendulum swinging to Fetterman. It's really important for us to get accurate information about the election process in Pennsylvania, the Secretary of State said during a virtual conference. She said it would likely take several days to count the certified votes. So there we go again, man. Here we go again. Lawmakers want to know why Pennsylvania sent out 240,000 unverified ballots. Why'd you do it, Pennsylvania? Why did you do it? Is this your insurance policy, baby? Insurance policy. Why did they do it? Because Fetterman is a Democrat running in the Democratic Party, and they know that any old jack-off, more ballots circulating around are off the radar. Right? They're not like, it's not like a machine vote where people walk in, there's eyewitnesses as to how many people show up. There's generally, well, there used to be exit polling. In America, we don't do exit polls anymore. Those have been eliminated in the great United States because they're very accurate. With a 2% or less degree of inconsistency. They're 98% accurate exit polling. And we don't do it anymore here because it's too accurate. We need to have the fake mail-in ballots counted and swing the election by 20% from out of nowhere. Again. Almost 250,000 ballots were mailed to Pennsylvania voters without verifying their identity, state lawmakers say in a letter seeking answers from the state's top election officials. According to data, a staggering 240 ballots are, quote, not verified. Right? This is an erroneous number of ballots, which, according to the law, must be set aside and not counted for 2022 election unless the voter produces ID, which they're not going to be able to do. How are you going to produce the fucking ID of a mail-in ballot? What are you going to do? Have everybody give them a deadline to come in and show their ID? It doesn't work. You broke the law. Pennsylvania political hacks. You broke the law. You can't use those ballots, right? Now, all those people that mailed that shit in, tell them, go in front of the cameras and tell them to go vote on November 8th because we made an error. It was a mistake. Yeah, they'll do that, right? So State Rep Frank Ryan, a member of the House State Government Committee, led the letter. And here's the letter. We will force the counties to, as one county election director described it, go after the missing information to obtain proof of ID for the unverified ballots. That's not going to happen, man. It's not going to happen. So anyway, my name is Marcus Conti. It is the markets are now open. Boom. NASDAQ. Wow. NASDAQ down 48, but the Dow is up 418. Whoa, wow. Microsoft got crushed. Facebook down $30 a share on shit earnings. I told you Facebook was circling the toilet, man. What else we got? Apple is 147 down $1.70. Amazon down 280. Amazon's going to report earnings this week. Google already reported down another $1. Wow, Google getting crushed. Down 10% already this week. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Google. No more mum. You see how people are turning away from you. Your earnings are down because people are not trusting you anymore, man. They don't trust. The gig is up, man. The gig is up. Let's go back. Let's go back in time. Or better yet, let's not go back in time, but let's go forward, where we respect each other's opinions, where we don't deliberately silence people because we don't like them personally and we don't like their personal opinions. Right? Let's let them speak. Let's let everybody speak again, and we'll make America great again, as Trump says, for lack of a better phrase. Tesla up $4. Tesla up $4. You know Tesla is going to be in a lot better shape as a result of Elon Musk, the CEO, buying Twitter. Elon Musk now has a giant bullhorn to promote anything he wants to promote. Microsoft up down 250. Let's look at the war stocks. Lockheed Martin going overboard, up $6.50 a share. Raytheon up $2 a share. War is good. Maybe they got a contract, right? Or maybe they think, I don't know. Maybe the Republicans, they think they're going to get the Senate is going to shift Republican. They're going to get more money. I don't know what people think. It's hard to tell. But the holy vaccine stocks, oh my God, the stocks that make you holy. Pfizer, Johnson & Johnson, and Moderna, mixed right now. Johnson & Johnson up 12 cents. Pfizer down 18 cents. Moderna up $1. Twitter up 61 cents. That's really it. Oh, what else we got there? Fucking yeah. So there. Thank you everybody for joining me. My name is Marcus Conte. Pfizer. My name is Marcus Conte. I am a writer here, the guy that makes videos. And thank you all for joining me. Thank you, Zoot Suit Cooter, Weevil Girl, my friend, Mad Cow, Mark, Jim Gerard, Rockstar Jim is here as well. Jeremiah Shrine, what's up, man? AU Image Vision, Great Wall. I think I saw Truth Lady in there. M. Fletcher. Thank you all for joining me, and I appreciate your commentary. Since a lot of times I read it after the fact, but there you go, man. There you go. I think that was good investigative work. Join me if you're around, or you want to drive up to Pennsylvania and shake some hands, and work the crowd with me. I will be at this event on Thursday, November 3rd at 7 p.m. Doors open at 6. I'll be there early. Sherwood Freight Line in Dunmore, PA. Dunmore. If you do more, you're done more. So thank you all for joining me. Have a great day. Tomorrow is Freaky Friday, and we'll open up the live chat room. We'll open up the live video chat tomorrow if you'd like to come on the program and chat away. I'll probably be talking a lot more about this Fetterman Oz thing. I'm going to take a little deeper dive into this alleged election rigging, and we'll find out. We'll find out what's going on, man. Peace, everybody. Marcus Conte reporting.